Good morning. It is Wednesday, August 20th. Where is the summer going? And it's time for Q&A. Some really great questions today. Protein powders, the good, the bad, the ugly. Worried about constipation with too much consuming more protein. Um, we're not available to be constipated, and I've got you, Louise. And I want to address a comment I received on Facebook from someone who told me they were disappointed that they felt that I was stooping to the level of the, quote unquote haters. And I'm not going to defend or justify myself, but I'd like to kind of explain why I sometimes call some people out publicly. So, and again, we all have different views. I respected this gentleman's opinion. I said, hey, thanks for your input. Here's how I see this. So before we dive in, quick introduction and a little shameless self-promotion. I am Elizabeth. If you're seeing me for the first time, I'm Elizabeth from Happy, Healthy, and Hot. I'm a 59-year-old double certified health and weight loss coach, author, content creator, and now three-time finalist in the I'm grand finalist this year in the Maximum CoverGirl competition in my late 50s, competing with women who are most in their 20s and 30s. And we are still waiting for the CoverGirl to be announced. It's time to tell a new story about aging. Women of all ages deserve to be seen, heard, and admired. And I truly believe that you can love your body and your life at any age, and it doesn't have to be so damn complicated. And that's why I've been showing up here online for close to 10 years, sharing my simple, real life health, weight loss, mindset tips that you can implement. Take this stuff and run with it. So, first question, Lily asked about protein powders. Are there any protein powders that I recommend? You know what I recommend? I recommend getting your protein from real food. So yeah, I can I'm not against protein powders, but I also believe that we shouldn't be relying on them. Our bodies, as a student of ancestral health, our bodies are meant to break down the nutrients in real food: meat, fish, eggs, some fruits and veggies. And I don't like to see us. I'm not saying you should never use a protein powder, but if you're relying on that to meet your protein needs every single day, there's some other ways you could, I think you might want to reevaluate things. So, Lily, I encourage you to start, really look to get your protein from real food. And I find it really easy most days to hit my goal of at least 1 gram of high quality protein from real food per pound of ideal body weight without relying on protein powders. Now, I do use collagen every day. I'm going to talk about that, why I do that, but you don't have to. So, I'm doing it for skin, nails, and hair. Yes, please. But anyway, so, just to give some examples, low fat, the higher protein dairy, like cottage cheese and Greek yogurt, assuming you tolerate dairy, that can be a great source of protein also. So just let me throw out some quick examples of just like a day of eating for me. Um, I will often do 2 eggs and a cup of cottage cheese for breakfast, along with like my daily raw carrot, maybe some blueberries. That's going to give me 40 grams of protein for only 300 calories. Because again, if you want to lose weight or and build muscle at the same time, you want to be looking at increasing high quality protein while keeping calories down. So that's going to give me 40 grams of protein right there just at breakfast. Lunch. Okay, just going to throw out, this is a recipe. There's a version of this in my latest cookbook, but like my protein packed tuna salad. Okay, can of albacore tuna is around 30 grams of protein. So now we're up to 70. I'll throw in another egg. I love eggs. Hard-boiled egg, that's going to add 6. So I'm up to 76 grams of protein already. It's just lunchtime. And then instead of mayo, I'll use a couple tablespoons of Greek yogurt. Now let's say that was 2 tablespoons, something that's like 10 more grams of protein. So now we're at 86 grams of protein, and it's just lunchtime. That's just lunch. And then, I might throw some celery in there, or maybe even chopped up apple. That's good. Throw it on some greens if I have them or not. Whatever. I'm now up to 86 grams of protein. And then at dinner, big juicy burger, chicken breast, nice salmon fillet, all of the whatever, or filet, yes, please. Whatever veggie sides, that's going to give me another 30, 40 plus grams of protein. So now I'm up to 126, maybe more grams of protein. Like it's not hard. That was just real food. That was not even including snacks. Then, say as a snack, throw in a little container of Greek yogurt or something. And I am getting protein. I do put collagen in my coffee just about every day. This gives an additional 18 grams of protein, but I'm not really doing this because I need to boost my protein specifically. The reason I use collagen peptides every day, and I have been for over 10 years, um, I was using collagen daily long before it was trending, long before everybody was talking about it, long before there were all these MLMs. So I started taking it, wanted to firm up my skin, and it absolutely did that. I started noticing a difference in about a month. No, it's not Botox. But I definitely noticed a difference in the quality of my skin. And with this particular collagen, and then your nails start to grow like crazy. These are my natural nails. Um, Good for the strength of your hair, your connective tissues. Why do I supplement with collagen when I'm already eating all this protein? Because this contain if you're making your own bone broth or buying really high quality bone broth, you don't need the collagen, but collagen contains amino acids, proline and glycine. They're considered non-essential because our bodies make them. But as we get older, our bodies can make less of them. And we need proline and glycine to produce collagen in our bodies. Collagen is the most abundant protein in the human body. It's what keeps our skin nice and, gives it some elasticity. Our connective tissues, again, hair, nails, all of the things. Our bodies produce less of it as we get older. If we're giving it these high quality amino acids that this collagen breaks down to, along with some bioavailable vitamin C, which again, you should just be getting from the fruits and veggies, it is going to be a lot easier for our bodies to produce collagen. So that is why I supplement with collagen. So this is one protein powder I highly recommend. I love this brand, Further Food. I do have a discount code. Full disclosure, I'm an affiliate. I'll make a couple cents if you buy some. But I've used this brand, affiliate or not, for years, as long as it's been in the market, probably 8 years, because I love it for quality and value. And I use the vanilla the most because it contains added tremella extract. Tremella is known as the beauty mushroom. Yes, please. Hydrate skin from the inside out. And again, I'm not against all protein powders. So I do have some good high quality whey powders. They're listed in my LTK shop. Let me know if you need a link. But I think we need to get off of this idea that every single thing, yes, I'm all about consuming protein from real food. We don't need, like, we're also meant to chew our food, not just suck down shakes and smoothies or bars that taste like marshmallows and things like that. So I see people making these protein things, and it's just like protein powder. And then I chopped up this protein bar and mixed it in, and then some extra protein yogurt, and you're just mixing all, and it's like, and you have a gazillion grams of protein, and it's like, and it tastes like a Snickers bar. And it's like, I'm not saying that's not fun, but what about a yummy, juicy filet and some steamed green beans, like for some less processed real food? And if all of your stuff like is flavored like birthday cake and strawberry shortcake, you're getting these hyper palatable, like I've tried some of the protein bars, and I'm not going to name any brands, but I just feel most of them are crap. Um, and it's like, okay, you just got 25 grams of protein, it's something that tasted like a glazed donut, but you're not satisfied the way you would be if you had 20 grams of protein from like a cup of Greek yogurt. You feel like you could eat 10 of those bars. At least I do. So, because it's just like candy. So that's another reason why I'm just not that into protein powders and bars and all of that stuff. Okay, Louise is a little worried, concerned, I think was the word she used. We're not gonna say worried. Louise is concerned about increasing protein. She wants to lose weight. She wants to build muscle. And she's concerned about increasing her protein because she knows it can be very binding. Okay, Louise, we're not available for you to be constipated. I'm not available for any, like, that's no fun. So, and it can certainly lead to bloating and all kinds of things. I don't have this experience and I eat a lot of protein. I'm also eating fruits and veggies, but not in crazy quantities. Um, So, rather than like a giant salad with a teeny bit of protein, I'm more likely to have like a small salad. I mostly have salads when I go out and they can make me something really nice, topped with like double protein. So I'm not consuming mass amounts of like bulk from veggies. I have my daily raw carrot that's got some really nice fiber. But when you chew your food, optimize your digestion, it's not really a thing. But here's the other thing, and this helps me. My sister and I both take this, helps so many of my clients, is taking a magnesium blend, especially I do it at bedtime, like anytime in the evening. Magnesium is, and I don't normally make blanket recommendations for supplements. Um, Again, I don't even collagen, I don't even look at this as a supplement. It's like food. But magnesium is a mineral that most people are deficient in. It is the one mineral that is not stable in our bodies. So it needs to be replenished. If you do take more than you need, your body's just going to eliminate it. So I take a magnesium blend every night before bed. It's great for relaxation. Magnesium is important to over 600 functions in the human body, and it keeps you regular, especially if there's some magnesium citrate in it. The blend I have, it's linked to my LTK. Let me know if you need a link. It's a great brand, Life Extension. It's super reasonable on I just get it on Amazon. It's like $10 a bottle. Like, you're welcome. And taking magnesium regularly will keep you regular. I do not travel without this stuff. Flying to Italy on Friday night, you better believe the magnesium is already in my suitcase. Magnesium is already packed. Magnesium goes with me everywhere I go. We're not available to be constipated ever. So, Louise, it's take magnesium, increase your protein from real food, chew your food, do what you can to optimize your digestion. Like, sit, relax, get into that rest and digest mode before you eat. Don't shove stuff in. You can be fine. And then last, and I didn't print out, I don't have a printer. It would have been nice if I printed out this comment. I could read you the whole thing. It was pretty long, but sometimes and lately I've done, like in the last week, I've done probably 3 of these. I've done some posts, some reels. So they show up on my Instagram, my Facebook, where I will just post a comment, a rude comment that somebody left for me. And then I'll post their picture. It's usually a Facebook profile, sometimes Instagram. And lately I haven't even been responding. It's just kind of like, okay. And I do this, like, first of all, what I want to let you know is, to the man who called me retarded, to the other man who said, made several comments that I look like I belong in a nursing home, and so nursing home has some rooms available. And then I just did a post, the comment came on this post where a guy wrote, it was really poor grammar. I don't remember exactly what he said, but something to say that I look older than 59 years old. It was like, you look much older than 59 years older. Like, the comment didn't even fully make sense. But what was funny was, this is coming from a man who is smoking a cigarette in his Facebook profile picture. And then coming on my post telling me that I look old. And, on my public page, Facebook page, with 41,000 followers. So he is making a public comment. And, I'm not like, I don't, first of all, if you think I look older than 59, okay, that's fine. I'm not saying I look younger than 59. I'm just saying I'm proud that I'm 59. I'm here to show everyone that you can feel amazing. You can look and feel amazing at any age. That's my message. I'm not saying I look 29, 39, 49, whatever. It doesn't matter. So when somebody says something like that, it doesn't get under my skin. To the guy that said I was retarded, to me, that's just a really inappropriate word to use ever. And the guy making the comments about the nursing home. Okay, I'm constantly talking about mobility, staying active, good balance, all of these things essential to healthy aging. I'm walking 15,000 steps a day. Clearly, I don't belong in a nursing home. So I'm not offended by these comments. I am amused by them. And then I, in turn, use them to create new content. partly because it's kind of fun and it's funny. But there's a bigger reason I do it. It's to say I'm not justifying or defending myself. I'm just saying, these mean comments aren't really okay. And I've had such positive feedback. Some people just saying, thank you for standing up to the internet bullies. But more than that, I've had comments mostly from women who said, thank you for doing this. Thank you for showing up so boldly and bravely every day, including exposing these people, because you're giving me the confidence to show up for myself. You're giving me the confidence to face criticism, whether it's at work, online, from family members. I've certainly dealt with it from family members in the past, really horrible, painful. And, fear of what people were going to think and say, fear of being seen, which is something that kept me from sharing my message for years. And eventually, I started putting myself out there very timidly almost 10 years ago. And as time has gone on, I've gotten braver and bolder and more passionate about the message that I'm sharing and bolder in the way I present myself and the way I, yes, show off my beautiful body that I'm so proud of at 59 years old. And that makes some people might just not like it or say you should wear, cover up more. That's fine. But also I know that it just makes some people uncomfortable, especially if they're not comfortable with themselves, especially if they're holding back in somewhere in their life. They don't need to be like me, but a man or a woman who has just been kind of going with the flow, so to speak, maintaining the status quo, maybe not going after what they want in life, maybe afraid to show up bigger, bolder, and ask for what they want. And they see me out here saying, vote for me for Maxim CoverGirl, put a 58-year-old, now 59-year-old on the cover of a luxury men's magazine. When they see me saying, look at me, I'm getting better, that makes them uncomfortable. And then they want to and then they say these mean things. So I accept that this is going to happen. I'm not saying woe is me, poor me. When it first started happening, it was hard. The first time somebody messaged me on Instagram, this is probably 8 years ago, some really mean stuff. They're like, you're really ugly. You shouldn't do this. Stop putting your ugly old face out there. I cried. I cried and cried and cried. Now I know that comments like that say so much. It's all about the person that's saying them and they're projecting their own stuff. In this case, it was a young guy. But so I'm going to continue to stand up to some of the internet bullies. Sometimes I do my best to do this stuff with grace, integrity, dignity, a little bit of humor. Sometimes I address them, speaking to them, I'm like, so funny you're saying this, or I don't care that you want me to cover up. I'm going to wear what I want. Other times I just show the comment and the person saying it because it just shows you how ridiculous it is. And I create my own content. I don't generally follow trends, but I have seen, and this has helped me, I've seen people showing negative stuff that say men are saying about Taylor Swift. And it'll be just some average dude saying like, she's not aging well, or yeah, it looks like she put on a little weight, or just ridiculous stuff. Ridiculous. Like as if they'd ever get to be in her presence. As if, so you start to realize that the people that are home typing away mean comments are just not happy with themselves because people, yes, I'll expose them, but I'm not doing that. If I see something I don't like on social media, I'm going to keep on scrolling. I'm certainly going to not leave a negative comment. I'm also going to look at myself and say, get curious. Say, why don't I like that? Why does that make me uncomfortable? Do I just, maybe do I disagree with this person's opinion? And that's fine. Or do I Or is there something about maybe this woman shining so brightly that's illuminating something in me that I'm not doing? So I really look at that because felt a little, never left a negative comment, but I felt a little annoyed or triggered by some other women. And then when I really look at it, I see why. I realize, wow, I'm seeing something in them to criticize, but it's really illuminating something in me that I need to look at a little deeper. There is never stop growing, never stop expanding, never stop getting curious. So, wow, we were all over the place today. Thank you so much for being here. Oh, I'm going to drop some links in the comments in the caption to sign up for my email list. I'm not going to spam you. You get like one email a week. Sometimes I skip it. I'm a real person. I'm a one-man band here. I do all the things, and sometimes I don't feel like sending an email. But you can sign up for my email list. I'm going to put the link to my latest cookbook. I'm going to put the link to my digital course, Elevate with Elizabeth. And I'm going to put the link to this collagen along with the discount code HHH18. Generous, 18% off. Again, full disclosure, I'm an affiliate. I'll get a tiny commission if you buy this. It's not, paying my rent or anything like that, but it helps support the cause. So anyway, you see these people like, oh, you're all about the money. It's like I'm here showing up pretty much every damn day for 10 years, giving you free information for you to take and run with. And every now and then I'll say, hey, here's a discount code on a product that I use and love. Or here, I wrote a book for you. I poured my heart and soul into this so I could pull all my information together for you and help you. And yeah, it's $21. Like you can buy it or not. So, you know, we all, money makes the world go round. Money is not bad. It's not bad to be compensated for the value that you provide. Another message. Here I am, going and going. Anyway, I've got to jump. Got some errands to run. Have the most amazing day. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you tomorrow.